Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez and this is the Weekly Report, a look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. Cycling icons, directional arrows, and green bike boxes are just some of the painted street markings going down as crews install the Grand Boulevard section of the downtown bike loop. The $600,000 project will continue throughout the spring and will include bike racks and other amenities. The 18th and Vine area will also see bike lanes next spring. This is all part of Kansas City's continuing commitment to becoming a bicycle-friendly community. It's official. The City Council has affirmed the recommendation of Edgemoor Infrastructure and its team to design, build, and finance the new single terminal at KCI.
This committee substitute, just so that you are clear, it adopts the recommendation report of the selection committee relating to the terminal modernization project. Additionally, we included in this some of the guiding factors that we want our city attorney and our external attorney to negotiate with the selected proposal. We have included very specific information regarding community benefits agreements, workforce, and other issues that we find to be important, and we are using that additionally as guidance, saying this is what we as a council and a community would like to see in our memorandum of understanding.
Overall, there has been 1,000 hours that have been committed by hundreds of people to get us to this point, and I've stayed laser focused on ensuring that the integrity of this qualifications-based selection process has stayed intact. And I believe that we all have worked hard together to ensure that we get the best airport terminal proposal for the citizens of Kansas City. As I continue to say, a world-class city deserves a world-class airport.
I have always believed, and continue to believe to this day, that the issue of who builds the airport is significantly less important than whether or not we build one. Because frankly, if we do not have a positive vote on November 7th, there will be nobody to build an airport because we will not be moving forward. There will be no community benefit agreement. There won't be 17,000 jobs. There won't be $2.5 billion of economic impact. There won't be a new terminal that expresses to the world who Kansas City is, what Kansas City is about. We won't have any better international travel and may have worse. We won't have any more flights, we may have less. We will not have anything at that time unless we have a positive vote on November 7, 47 days from now. The clerk will call the roll on the ordinance as amended.
Wagner. Hall.
Aye.
Laura.
Aye.
Fowler.
Aye.
Lucas.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
Justice.
Aye.
Barnes.
No.
Kennedy.
Aye.
Taylor.
No.
McManus.
Aye.
James.
Aye.
10 ayes, 2 nays.
To stay current with the latest news about the proposed new single terminal, visit kcmo.gov/newkci. The municipal court has been undergoing a massive remodel this year to comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act, modernize the facility, and improve its energy efficiency. The renovations include a 1% for Art project.
The municipal court was built in 1973 and has had very little work since then. So this remodeling project is to make some significant upgrades that have been needed for a long time. And this art piece, 16 windows, is just a representation of how we're looking at the past and still going forward and building on that success. This particular piece was made from historical and current photos of municipal court. The openness of it is just wonderful. The artist, Denise DiPiazzo, with Red Trike Studios, was selected through a competitive bidding process by the Arts Commission, and this is all part of the city's commitment to the 1% Art project. So we're just really excited that we're trying to have a great space here for people who have to come and do court business.
Now here's some news about what's happening from other city departments.
Summer is over, and that means it's back to school time. The Police Athletic League of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department held its back to school field day at the PAL Center. PAL offers young people the opportunity to interact with police officers while participating in cultural, mentoring, and sports programs, with the main emphasis placed on academics. PAL Supervisor Sergeant Skip Cox.
So today we have the PAL event where we have our back to school event, which is probably our second biggest event annually next to our Christmas party. It was a crazy turnout today. We probably had between, I would say, 300 to 400 families who showed up. Not only did they get all the free supplies for their backpacks and their school supplies, but we also have haircuts and sports physicals. We had food, ice cream truck, all these cool things for the kids. But the best part about it is that really kind of helps to set the foundation for them to go back to school with a little bit of confidence, maybe sometimes they wouldn't have. So, that's why the haircuts and all the other stuff, other than just the school supplies, that's cool why they have that.
The event was open to PAL kids and anyone else in need of school supplies. Folks were lined up outside the door before the event started. Joanne Conroy, who has 4 teenagers, says it really helps.
3 seniors and a sophomore here with me. I still have some kids that I wasn't able to bring with us. And then I also told my friend, and she brought her grandkids up, and she was able to get them some school supplies. And then we still have one on a missionary trip, and we just couldn't fit everybody in the cars. So, but the help that we got is amazing. It's greatly appreciated. I mean, it gives them motivation, and they got everything they need, when they get up, and they don't have to be worried about, trying to borrow a pen or a piece of paper, and we appreciate it.
This annual event equips young people who are headed back to school with other needs such as lotion, soap, deodorant, toothbrushes, and even shoes. The PAL Center is supervised by KCPD officers who are assigned full-time to direct activities and supervise the young people. They help provide the youth of Kansas City with life skills and opportunities to help them become productive members of their communities. I'm Sergeant Matt Fisher. Have a safe week.
The 7th Annual Harvest Moon Festival happens on Saturday, October 7th at 31st and Troost and is supported by the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. Here to tell us more about the event is festival founder Teresa Bratsky, who is also the president of Ticor Community Development. Teresa, thank you so much for being here today and for telling us about the event.
Thank you, Consuelo. First, I'd like to say we always, as Native people, identify ourselves by our tribe or our nation. So I am a Miami of Oklahoma, a federally recognized tribe.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. That's so important. Give us a little background on the significance of the location of the festival and the time of year that the festival takes place.
First of all, this is harvest time. It would be time to move indoors. For folks like my people, it would be finding your winter quarters because you've got to start putting food away, hunkering down, settling in, storytelling time, wonderful times. And we like to do it on the full moon. However, we had to compromise since we live in today's world for the Saturday nearest the first full moon in October.
And the location, 31st and Troost, is so important.
I'm sorry, yes, of course, the Osage Trail, and formerly known as the Santa Fe Trail. But it is a very, very spiritual area due to the fact that all of the tribes, when they were removed from Missouri, moved this away right through Kansas City off the river.
And can you tell us about the activities that will happen on October 7th that are related to this history?
This 4-Wind spiritual tour, which is so exciting, yes, we will have a hoop dancer, Tony Duncan again, and his beautiful wife, Violet, who is a storyteller for us. They are coming in from Tucson, Arizona. We have Chiefy Roy, who's coming in from Oklahoma. We have the Oklahoma Fancy Dancers out of Anadarko, I believe. We have Dennis Rogers, who's Navajo from Topeka. We have a lot of other local folks who will be performing. So we will have visual, we have the physical in the actual arts booths that will be here. We have a children's festival from noon to 2. We call the Powwow Chow Wow, and we do that so that the children learn to eat healthier and have alternatives to video games. We want them up dancing, doing wonderful things, having storytelling. And then I do the healthiest of all. I do the traditional candy throw to the children.
That sounds delicious. And how many nations will be participating? Indian nations will be participating this year?
We are honoring, in conjunction with one of our partners, the Missouri Humanities Council, the nations who were here originally, the 10 nations who were aboriginal to the state of Missouri, and of course were removed when Andrew Jackson took office. We have no federally recognized tribes left in the state of Missouri. They are in Kansas. However, the exciting thing is that we're bringing them all back to honor them with a plaque. We'll do that at noon. We hope to have a visit from either the governor or lieutenant governor. They have expressed interest in attending, so that's exciting. We end up with about 15 or 20 of the federally recognized nations or more.
From across the country?
From across the country, yes. About 5% or more of the people who come in actually are from out of the state of Missouri. Others are local, we hope, because the intention is dialogue, understanding, this wonderful interaction. Come dance with us, come share with us, come hear our stories. Understand what it's like to be an urban Indian here in the middle of a city. We're the only one in the United States who does this. Bring your lawn chair, there's no admission. So come in, sit with us. It's family friendly. Stay all day because the stage rotates every hour. It's a different group.
Teresa, where can people find out more about the event?
Harvest Moon Festival, kcmo.gov on the web. And please friend and like us on Facebook.
Well, thank you so much for sharing information about the event. We're really looking forward to it.
We thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez with the City of Kansas City, Missouri. A procurement selection committee has selected Edgemore Infrastructure for the KCI Terminal Project. That recommendation now goes to the full City Council, but they're starting their community outreach with a news conference here at Clarkson Construction, one of their main team members in Kansas City.
Hometown's very important to us. We have a lot of sweat and blood here. we're going to be here for another 6 generations.
The recommendation is now headed to the City Council and is still subject to a formal agreement and contract.
It's an exciting day here for Kansas City. It's exciting for our team that we have been selected by the selection committee. We're not at the finish line yet, we know that.
The details Edgemoor is now discussing are part of the proposal it submitted, which was vetted by the Procurement Selection Committee.
Our team has a commitment to maximizing opportunities for minority and women-owned businesses.
We engage with minority, women, and local businesses throughout the city. And we train them for 10 months on how to do business on large projects like this.
Edgemoor has experience with more than $60 billion in aviation projects at 30 airports worldwide.
We are first and foremost a development company. We have a different approach to development. We call it turnkey.
The city's request for proposals calls for a private financing plan. Financing would be paid back through airport revenues, not the city's general fund, and the city will continue to own and operate the airport.
Our role for this project will be to evaluate and structure an effective financing solution that delivers the most efficient form of financing possible for this project.
We have a different approach to financing. We're flexible, we're agnostic in terms of our structure. We put forward multiple options for the city, and for us the goal is to come up with what is the best solution that makes the most sense for Kansas City.
Many people want to see a rendering for the Edgemoor design, but they haven't created one yet because they want to start a collaborative design process involving the community.
This project is an exciting opportunity to extend the vision of North America's most comprehensive smart city, a smart airport for a smart city.
The airport is beloved and for its convenience. We're going to build on that, but we're also going to build and meet all of the new requirements that we are going to work with you to deliver.
Edgemoor's entire proposal is posted on the city's website at kcmo.gov/newkci. For Channel 2, I'm Chris Hernandez.
You know, you often wonder about the youth and what they're learning. They actually do have a very important part in our society and our community, and they've actually taken action. They've all got together and came up with a strategy to fix a problem that they all had in common. And I think it's important, as long as we keep doing this thing, keeping our youth safe and keeping our communities clean, the word's going to spread. Things like this just aren't acceptable. It's extremely important that people utilize the resources and the tools that the cities provide them. We did not know this was here. At no point in time did anybody call in 311. This is what the Action Center is for. When situations arise like this, just out of nowhere, the first thing I think is, why haven't I heard about this sooner? Why couldn't we have prevented these things sooner? So by putting their heads together and taking action, we were able to get out here and get this taken care of rather quickly. If the rest of the folks would just please pick up the phone, call 311, get online at kcmo.gov and contact 311 or email, we can really start taking effect in these communities. It is by far and away one of the bigger issues that we have. And what's extremely frustrating is, with the resources that the city provides, it's completely unnecessary. I do love my job. I do love my job. It's not always sexy, but every bit of trash that ever gets dumped in these folks' neighborhoods are things that the city would typically pick up for free if you showed a little patience. So it's rewarding to me to catch these individuals who are making life so much harder on the folks that are just trying to live their lives and get on through the day. So by catching illegal dumpers and spreading the word, we can stop these sort of things, because there really is no need. When these kids come together, use the teamwork, use their resources to get some action done, it just shows you that it does work if you try.
The city manager and mayor recognized city employees recently for their dedication to the residents of KC. Some of the honors went to the Transportation Division of the Public Works Department, as well as the Animal Health and Public Safety Division of Neighborhoods and Housing Services Department. Some received special recognition for significant improvements in a number of surveys. Other employees were honored for receiving compliments from residents who contacted 311. Now, if you want to share a positive experience you've had involving a KCMO employee, and you just want to let them know that you appreciate a job well done, you can now pass along your thanks using the compliment form at kcmo.gov/citykudos. It only takes a few minutes to really make someone's day with your kind words. You've heard of smartphones and maybe smart streetlights, but what about smart parking? Downtown just seems to be getting busier and busier these days, so the city is working to make parking easier and friendlier for you. A 90-day test period is underway right now as a variety of technology products are being tested, put through their paces in the River Market, Crossroads, and the Central Business Districts.
The parking pilot that's ongoing in Kansas City right now is allowing us to leverage the telephone that 92% of the people who live in this city carry in their pocket to understand where parking is available. It uses the data coming off of the new parking meters, which are installed along River Market and other parts of downtown. It allows us to take advantage of sensors like we have on Main Street, and allows us to take advantage of historical data where we know the number of spaces are available in different garages. So that you as a citizen or you as a visitor can look on a website that is currently under development, understand where you need to go to where you'll find parking, and you can spend more time enjoying your day in Kansas City and less time looking for a place to park.
At the end of this 90-day demo, the city will choose one vendor to install a permanent system in all designated locations, and the public is invited to provide feedback to help the city make that choice. Those interested in sharing their thoughts on the meters can take a survey at kcmo.gov/parking and also provide feedback through the city's virtual town hall, kcmomentum.org. Did you get a postcard in the mail recently? If you did, your trash day will soon be changing. Every few years, solid waste staff reviews population changes in the city to make sure trash pickup schedules are balanced. Beginning October 1st, trash schedules in 11 neighborhoods will be moved to different days to improve trash service. Here are the changes. In the north, the Wednesday collection area south of Missouri Highway 152 from North Oak to I-435 moves to Friday. This change affects the Ridgefield neighborhood, Gashland East, and parts of Jefferson Highlands and Shoal Creek. In the south part of the city, the Wednesday collection area east of I-49 and US 71 highway from Bannister Road to Blue Ridge Boulevard moves to Friday. Neighborhoods affected will be the Fairlane, Stratford Estates, and Hickman Mills neighborhoods. And the Thursday collection area from State Line Road to Troost Avenue and 85th Street to Bannister Road moves to Wednesday. Neighborhoods affected by this change will be the West Hills, Santa Fe Hills, Boone Hills, and Lee Manor neighborhoods. Less than 5% of the city's households will be affected by this. For a complete change of addresses that have a new trash day, go to kcmo.gov/trash. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. To view this program again or other Channel 2 videos, go to kcmo.gov and search Channel 2. That page has a link to our YouTube channel and all of our great programs that you can view on demand. I'm Chris Hernandez. Thanks for watching.